All right, so we lost. So what up, everybody? We here for
Hi.
27 of Beyond the Gates, and this is episodes 124 through 128. Is that correct? Am I right, y'all?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
124 to 128. Yeah. Let me share this on my page.
okay. So for me, I thought it was a slow week, but it was a good week nonetheless. There were some things I'm glad that they didn't drag out the Chelsea and Allison storyline, but also we saw Derek and Ashley way too much, and I will say I fast forwarded through them. So yeah, but so what you think about it? Real? I know we talked about it before we came on, but what you think about this week?
So overall, it was a slow week. It was a setup week. I think they're laying the foundation for the next set of big storylines. Nobody cares about Derek and Ashley, but we kind of see where that's going.
Mm-hmm.
Derek is going to get the feeling back, but he's going to fake it because he knows that this is how he got Ashley back. So he's going to drag it and he's going to fake it until he probably get caught lying.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ashley still has feelings for Andre, but she thinks she's doing the right thing. So, whatever. Um, that storyline I don't care nothing about, and I don't care nothing about Vanessa and Joey. So,
And we can talk about that. So we can knock out those that we don't care about first. You pretty much summed up Derek and Ashley because I ain't had nothing for them. I did see I think it was yesterday's episode where Ashley asked him to marry her. I was like, but girl, didn't you just tell him no? This is pity.
after you literally just told your mother that you do still have feelings for Andre,
I was like, okay, Ashley, girl, get off my fucking TV. Go somewhere. Go to hell.
and back.
So then we talked about, so that's really because that's all I saw, because anything else I did not see. I wasn't paying attention to it. I know I've said I want more Shanice, even if it is come through them. And I did see Shanice this week. I watched a little bit of Shanice's scene with Ashley. But even with that, I kind of fast forwarded because again, it was Ashley. But I know Shanice was basically telling Ashley, like, girl, me and Derek, we did talk about possibly dating each other, but I broke up with him because I don't want those problems. And I was like,
Right,
okay,
and
cool.
I'm nobody's second. I'm nobody's second choice. He still
Mhm.
he still clearly has feelings for you.
Yeah. So that was the only thing I remember from that. And then the Derek, Vanessa, no, that Joey, Vanessa, Doug, and Randy stuff. Randy, why are you here? Like, sir, weren't you supposed to leave because of Joey threatening your life, but you still in Fairmont Crest? But okay, whatever, cool. Ain't got no problem with it. So,
Still in Fairmont Quest, walking around like you ain't got a care in the world.
exactly. And then he told Doug he's not gonna be able to help him with taking down Joey. And Doug like, yeah, that's good because I'm done with trying to take him down. I said, since when? Since when? And it's finna get sparked back up because then we see Vanessa hiding the puss ass go over there with now she's pretend when Vanessa talking about she's worried about how Doug is, Doug's safe. I'm like, girl, no, you not. You want to get some from Joey. You went in to get some from Joey. You got some from Joey, and your husband walked in and saw it. Now that was badass. I will say that for Joey to just be sitting there looking at him while she kissing on his neck.
That was cold. That was cold.
It was, but I tweeted this. I was like, girl, does Joey do this for you? Like, Joey really does that for you? Now let me say this. He's not a bad looking guy, but Joey? Okay. I mean, if Vanessa like it, I love it. You got anything on that?
No, like I said, I just don't care. I mean, whatever they're gonna do with it, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Like whatever we're doing, let's go. And I feel like this is the one storyline that they literally have dragged since week one. Like we have been dealing with this Joey thing. Like, did we just forget that Joey and the dirty cop? Like, come on, what are we doing?
We ain't saw Marcel since the last time we saw Marcel, which was when they took out the racist.
Right.
And we still ain't touched, and we really ain't. Well, I guess we kind of did touch on it with the whole Marcel being a dirty cop, but remember that Jacob's daddy put him in his fucking place.
Yeah, that's true. I think somebody said in the chat, I think Doug is going to be gone. I think so. We said that before, that out of all the characters, if Doug is gone, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. Because he serves no purpose. I mean, he's giving me nothing.
Because even that scene that he had with Madison and Ashley about him quitting his job and telling them they should quit, I was like, sir, nobody's as stupid as you.
And nobody make they don't make your kind of money. Like you probably
Exactly.
can't afford to quit or retire or whatever.
Yeah, Ashley's a brand new nurse, and we don't know how long Madison's been practicing. So
yeah, I can't. Like I said, that's a storyline that it could have gone so many places, but I feel like they just took the writers just got really lazy with this Joey, Doug, Vanessa thing, and maybe part of it is because I never liked Vanessa, so it's hard for me to connect with her because I just. And where are these twins? When we gonna meet the twins?
That's what I've been wondering. When are we gonna meet they kids? We met everybody else. Hell, we even got a new character this week.
We did.
We got a new character. Still don't know his name because I was Googling trying to find out what his name was. Don't know the man's name, but we got a new character this week, and we still ain't met her kids. But okay.
And she keeps bringing them up, so it's not like they want. You know how sometimes on soap operas they'll give somebody a child or something, and then they stop talking about it. I guess hopefully that we'll forget. But they keep bringing up the twins, so they clearly want us to remember that they have twins. So I mean, we had all. I mean, I guess the holidays are coming up. I mean, are they gonna come home for Christmas break? Like they didn't come home for summer.
What I will say is because I used to watch Passions back in the day on NBC, and back on Passions there was the Crane family. They would mention some kids that we never saw, and it was years before we finally met them. Like it was a girl named Fancy, and I can't remember what the other girl's name was, but they had two girls that we had never met, and one of them we didn't meet until almost the end of the damn series. So, but I hope they don't. But I mean, I feel like Beyond the Gates is gonna go on for a while, so they're gonna eventually. I feel like they're gonna eventually cast for these twins.
But I would figure we would have had them by now. Like I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like I get it, but you would think that the fact that they gave them twins from the beginning, you would think we would have gotten something. I mean, Vanessa and Doug haven't had any major events that they would come home for, but we did have Summer. Yeah. Which I know, I noticed that, and I know you were talking about they need a beach club or a pool or something, but I noticed how they didn't give us Summer. Like they didn't talk about like you said, we didn't get a lot of outdoor scenes. We didn't get a pool. We didn't get anything that would be like, oh yeah, it's summertime. So maybe, like I said, maybe as we get to the holidays, I know Tracy was saying that they did film like holiday stuff. So maybe the twins will come home for Christmas, child. I don't know.
All right, so
hey everybody coming in. Hi.
Yeah, hey everybody. So I'm gonna start off with Monday, and I'm gonna go talk about this one particular scene that got on my nerves. And y'all, if y'all been around here for a long time, y'all know who it is that gets on my nerves. Y'all's girl, Haley Hamilton. So this bitch.
First of all, she is not my girl.
I'm saying for other people.
I'm joking.
I know, but some of y'all's girl, because I do know there are people out there whatever reason some people do, sympathize and like Haley. I don't know, but Haley is like a fucking hemorrhoid, right? Now I get that Bill asked her to go to the house and get that. Child, I thought it was something spectacular. The way he had it in a little box. It was a drawing that Chelsea did when she looked like she was about maybe 5 or 6 years old. I was like, oh, okay. But then Haley continued to linger around, and it's like, oh my God, Haley, will you please go away? I get that Bill asked you to bring this, but you could have dropped it off and be like, you know what? I'm gonna leave because everybody has told you in no uncertain terms, we don't want you here, but you continue to hang around like a fucking leech.
Yeah, I agree with El Michelle. It was a memory box, but I did like it. And I think what it showed, once again, they're softening Bill. Remember, they made Bill such a hard ass at the beginning. He was so nasty. He was so cutthroat. He was the fixer. He treated Danny so bad. Like they're softening him. And so I think that was their way of saying, look, yeah, Bill might not have always been the most attentive dad and maybe not even the best husband, but he does love his girls. Look, he has this memory box, but he's held on to, like you said, something that the average person might say, that's not a big deal. But look at what he held on for. It meant something. So I thought it was a nice touch. I do think it was a nice touch, but I agree. Once again, I'm back where I always am with Haley. Read the fucking room. Look, you got the man, but what you thought was going to come with it, it clearly hasn't. And I don't understand what she doesn't understand. The way you got that man,
This is
they're
how you
never
move.
going to accept you, ma'am.
Mm.
Not only like Danny said, she wasn't his first affair, but the way it happened right under her roof. This is someone that Danny treated like a second daughter. You were her daughter's best friend. You were welcomed into their home, and you were literally sleeping with her husband slash what's the face's father right under their nose. And it's not a simple we just fell in love. No, the fuck you don't just fall in love with my daddy's with my daddy, knowing full well that my mama is right here. Exactly. It would be bad enough if Danny and Bill were already divorced. I still would think it was nasty that you sleeping with my daddy. But the fact that you had a whole affair under our nose in our home, no, ma'am, you're never going to be accepted. And that you need to just stand in that shit and be like, oh, well, he my man, my man, my man. Fuck y'all. And so that's she's waiting for something that she's never going to get.
Right. So as they answer your comment, I'm gonna come back to it because
I disagree. She's not family.
I'm gonna come back to it too, because when it comes to Naomi, because I'm gonna talk about it when it comes to Naomi and something that she pointed out. But they fought to get Chelsea back. So we see Chelsea. Remember the last time we saw Chelsea, crazy lady with her eyes was going at her with that knife. Chelsea put up a good fight with Allison, and she was about to take Allison out until Jacob, Madison.
She sure was. She had that.
Him in there.
She had that chain wrapped around her neck. Yeah.
So they got her to the hospital. So, everybody was there rejoicing, happy that Chelsea is back, which, cool. And Haley is at the hospital. And again, this is going to come to Xavier's comment that Haley is family. Okay, I get that you're saying that Haley is family, but when she went up to talk to Naomi, and she was like, well, I'm her stepmother, I was so glad that Naomi clocked her. And she was like, okay, if you're her stepmother, then where were you when she started her business? Where were you when she was trying to figure out her identity, her sexual identity? Where were you with any of that? Don't play the family role now that, this is something that happened that is very bad. Don't play doting stepmother now. No, ma'am. I'm not
I'm going to say that because of the circumstances, if this were a situation where Bill and Danny and Haley, first of all, time heals a lot of wounds. This literally just happened. We're talking about fresh wounds, still got a Band-Aid over it, right? We're not talking about that Bill and Haley have been married for 10 years and Haley has been an intricate part of Chelsea's life. Chelsea don't even speak to this woman.
Exactly.
Chelsea barely speaks to her daddy. So I disagree that she's family. Just because they got married does not make them family. At this point, with those girls being grown, family, she has to build that relationship. She doesn't get to be in the family portrait just because she married Bill. No, ma'am. Like what she was saying, well, I should have been beside you. No, why? Why should you have been sitting on that couch when they were talking to the news? Like that you didn't have a place there. Because once again, like I said, you are trying to become a part of something that you're not a part of. And Bill got to get good with his kids first. So I understand what you're saying, Xavier. But again, in my mind, for me, because of the circumstances, those rules are out the door for me.
I second that. So, to anybody, Harold, who likes Eva, I'm about to drag y'all's girl by her roots real quick. So, in Monday's episode, Leslie, remember the last time we saw Leslie took her ass over to Nicole's house, gloating that Ted gave her that house. But to Leslie's surprise, Nicole was like, my Ted gave you this house? She's like, yeah. She's like, you don't understand what I'm saying? She's like, oh, no, I hear what you're saying, but this isn't Ted's house to give. Do you want me to go and get the deed to the house? Because this is my house. I said, come on, Nicole. So come to find out, Ted set Leslie up for the fall. So Leslie went back to Eva's room, upset with Ted about getting set up. And I was like, ma'am, are you delusional? You have been intentionally hurting Nicole since you came on the scene. Everything that you like, again, I get it. Ted cheated on Nicole with you. He probably gave you this false sense of you guys were going to have this love story that would, rival time, right? but it didn't happen. He went back to his wife. He's been with his wife for years. And so you come to the picture and now you're upset with her, and everything that you've done is not against Ted. It's really revenge against Nicole. And I'm just like, girl, what the fuck?
Silly boy.
Hey, silly boy. Like, what the fuck, ma'am? So then Eva is pissed off with Ted. Like, you did that to my mom. My mama. Girl, yes.
I'm so confused by the whole thing. Like, I don't get it, Eva. First of all, what did you think Ted was gonna do? Like, when you went to Ted and was like, I need your help, what did you think? Like, you clearly didn't think that Ted was gonna go over your mama's house and reason with her. What did you think was getting ready to happen, ma'am?
Who knows?
And Ted used the resources that he had, which was, well, let me lie to her ass and tell her I'm gonna give her a house so she can stay away from this. Like, what did you want Ted to do? And the only reason, and to be fair, the only reason why Ted is even getting involved is because you asked him, because he didn't even know nothing about it. Eva was pissing me off, and the fact that now all of a sudden, and again in my mind, I feel like you just need a justification to get back in good with your mama, because that was some bullshit.
It was. And then for the fact of her kicking him out of her hotel room, I said, Ted, if you don't cut that shit off immediately, put on the street. Then see what mama is gonna do for her.
Well, she's just gonna move into mama's mansion across the street from the Duprees. That's what I told you last week. That's where she's gonna go. She's moving in with her mama. That's why I said this was just an easy stepping stone for her to go back and get in good. And now you see she's going full throttle against Tomas. And if this whole thing with Tomas and Haley and Bill, if Tomas ends up getting fired, you know that's where he gonna go, because she already offered him an opportunity to work for her and her mom and go after Bill. And he was like, I can't do that. That's my boss. But if they mess around and get his ass fired, he has no reason to stay loyal to Bill.
Right.
So then you know what I mean? So then you're gonna have the trifecta of Tomas, Eva, and Leslie over on the sideline acting like the world done did them dirty.
Yeah. And that was my whole grievance with Eva. Like, I know, again, like I said, I know a lot of people like Eva, and I'm not sitting here saying that y'all, I'm not shitting on y'all for liking her, but the problem, and it's what I've been saying for weeks, hell, months about Eva. Eva is just like Leslie. The difference between Eva and Leslie is vocal about what she does. Eva wants to, be in everybody's good graces, but still, she plays in the middle because, and again, I know people gonna say that's her mama. I get it. Leslie is her mother. I understand that. But you can also, when it comes to your parents, you can be like, damn, mama, like you got to do all this shit. Like, is it?
But people conveniently, right. But my thing is, and again, we conveniently, and when I say we, I mean the collective, we conveniently forget that Leslie kicked your ass out the minute you didn't do what she wanted you to do. Had it not been for Ted, your ass would have been living in your car. Okay, that's number one. You wouldn't have had a job and you'd be living in your car. Number two, when the going got tough and shit was getting hot, your mama literally threw you under the bus and tried to make them people think that you was coming for her. I mean, that you tried to kill Laurel. So my thing is, are we just gonna forget all of that? Because y'all know I was trying to be empathetic with Eva, because I was like, well, I see what Eva, at the end she was trying, and now she realizes Ted's not the bad guy. Like, remember, I was trying to be empathetic with Eva, but after this week, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm good on that, because I do not understand why you're all of a sudden, like you said, we're gonna sit here and forget that this woman, with Eva's help, literally turned this man's life upside down. This man, it would even be different if Ted and Nicole were still together. This man is still living in a fucking hotel room with divorce papers on his desk. And we're supposed to feel some kind of sympathy for Leslie because her revenge plot got thwarted, and because Nicole finally got an opportunity to throw some shit in Leslie's face. We're supposed to feel some kind of way. Ted's supposed to feel some kind of way that he gave Nicole the alley-oop and she slam dunked that shit in Leslie's face. Come on now. Now Ted did stop. We'll get there, I know, but Ted was getting on my nerves after the fact. But we'll get to that, child.
So I will say I was kind of here for it, but yeah, we'll get to it. So on Tuesday, Febreze made her triumphant return. I was like, there she go. Where's her sister Tide at?
Yes, Febreze. I said, come on, Febreze. Yep, I did see the Febreze. It was funny.
So
Ted
in this,
spraying that damn Febreze.
and that's where I was about to go. Ted spraying Febreze, but then Ted. Now I will say in Tuesday's episode, this is where Ted irritated and pissed me off because Ted wants. So Ted and Nicole talked about him setting up Leslie for the fall, right? So now Ted wants, Nicole. It feels like Ted wants Nicole to be like, okay, you did that for me. Let's get back together. And he wants her to tell the family and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, Ted, like you said about Eva, read the room. Ted, you read the room. Not Cat, but Chelsea just got, they just found Chelsea. So now is not the time. And Nicole even told him that, like, now is not the time. So what the hell are you talking about, Ted? Like, I get that you want credit for Thornton Leslie's plans, but this is just not the time, sir. Not at all.
And my thing is even if the thing with Chelsea wasn't happening, sir, you don't get brownie points for trying to fix the shit you broke. Like, you want brownie points and you want Nicole. I don't even think he thought this was going to get him Nicole back. I think he thought this was going to crack the ice and maybe open up the door a little bit. And even when he was like, you didn't tell the family, because you're trying to get in good with the family. You're trying to get the family to see past what you did. And yes, you were throwing tantrums all week like a petulant fucking child. Even that whole thing he did later on when, he was trying to compare what he did to Bill. Sir, don't compare what you did to Bill. It doesn't matter if Bill's agree. If he was worse, what he did was worse. That don't have nothing to do with this, sir. This is about what you did to Nicole. And the fact that, in my opinion, you ain't really been groveling hard enough for me. You ain't really been trying hard enough for me. This is really the first thing you've done. And this wasn't even about you and Nicole as much as it was about revenge on Leslie, right? What have you done? Like I said, I would have kidnapped Nicole and took her back to Hawaii where y'all first fell in love, or recreated a Hawaiian beach in my, rented out a suite somewhere and put sand in the living room. And baby, what are you doing?
Right.
I sent her flowers. Who the fuck cares about you sending her flowers? Baby, you send flowers when somebody died too. Like, you sending me flowers is not gonna. You send flowers when you forgot our anniversary or forgot my birthday. You don't send flowers because you lied about an affair that produced a whole child, and that you knew. You didn't know the child was here, but you knew the woman was pregnant. And instead of coming to me, you chose to go to this over here to make it go away. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh, also, let's talk about this real quick, because I know you and Treese were talking about it. I know Treese pre-ordered her bag. Did you pre-order your Chelsea?
I didn't. I need to pre-order mine. Matter of fact, I saw you put the link up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it as soon as we get off of here.
Yeah. I posted a link the other day.
Yesterday I ordered some of Don Don's olive oil. If y'all want to support Chef Don Don, y'all get over to his Instagram and order a bottle of his oil. So I did that. Yesterday was payday, honey. I had to take care of that. But I am going to pre-order mine.
It's a cute
I think
bag.
I can put it on Klarna.
It's a cute little bag, and it's reasonable. It's $139.
Yeah, I'm a bad girl, and $139 is very reasonable for a designer bag. I think that's very reasonable. I see it when I get here, if I see if the quality matches the price. But I want to support it. I want me a Chelsea cap.
Yeah, I was like, should I buy one just to support it?
You can buy one as a Christmas gift for somebody.
Yeah, and that might be what I do, because I know my cousin has a white elephant party every year, so it might be a white elephant gift for somebody.
That's a nice white elephant gift.
I might do it as a white elephant.
In my family, we mix it up. In my family, we do white elephant. Some of them are really, really nice gifts, and some of them are like gag gifts.
Yeah,
so you never know what you end up with.
Yeah, we've done gag gifts before. And I've never ended up with a gag gift, thank God.
I did one time. I ended up with some toilet paper. It was wrapped. Look, it was wrapped so nice. It was in a box. And it was, the box was wrapped, so you didn't know what was inside the box. It was so nice. I opened that box up, and it was a roll of toilet paper. I said, you know what? I can use this.
Right.
That's not what I thought I was walking away with.
It's so funny because last year, my cousin had the rule that you could take a gift. I think it was 3 times, and after the 3rd time, it was a done deal, right? So I'm a
Yeah,
candle.
you can only do it 3 times.
I'm a candle person, right? I love candles. So, but I still ended up. So me and this one woman, we were. I went first. No. She went before me, and I saw her when she unwrapped her gift. I was like, "Oh, I want that." So when it came to me, I pretended like I was going to pick a gift, and I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna need that right there from you." And so I took it from her, and so somebody else came and got it from me. I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like I even hid it. I was like, "Don't come over here." So she came and got it, and then I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna let you," because I was like, I will take it back from you, but I'm not gonna take it. So I ended up getting some candles. Again, I love candles. The one thing to know about me is I love candles.
Do you have one of the Grand Dames candles?
I do not.
You should.
Is Karen's candles worth it? I mean, I know you love Karen. I like Karen, but is it worth it? Is the question that I'm gonna ask. Because again, when I say I'm a big candle, I love candles, and I'm all about candles. Like I still have 2 on my
It's the
table.
Grand Dame.
Okay.
Of course, it's worth it. No, it really is. Now, it's a light scent. Somebody said smell like white diamonds. It's a very light scent, though. I will say that. It's perfumey. It is perfumey.
Okay. Oh yeah, I love a perfume candle. I do.
Oh yeah, they aren't. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They're not on sale. But I think she's going to relaunch. I think that's going to be part of her storyline. Is she's going to relaunch her businesses.
If she do, I'll. Now, Karen, my money does not go towards alcohol.
She can spend your money on whatever she wants. You bought the product. It's her money now.
It don't go toward. I'm not supporting the alcoholic, Karen. I don't support alcoholics. Just letting that be known. So
you do it all the time. You just don't know they alcoholics.
That's true. But Karen, we know she's one. So Karen. Oh yeah, I'm gonna drag Karen. I love Karen. I do. When it comes to Karen, I go up for Karen. But that last season just threw me off with Karen. It's like you sat there and lied in my face.
It was bad, and y'all know I love Karen, but yeah, I couldn't defend that. I couldn't defend it.
So that's why I now call her, like, I never call her a grand drunk, but now I'm calling it because, like, girl, you literally lied in my face, but I knew you were lying, but I didn't know you were lying to that magnitude.
Baby, when that body cam footage came out, it wasn't nothing I could say. I was just like,
that's when it was like, okay, this body cam footage is terrible. But okay, girl. So what were we talking about? We were talking about Leslie. Now let's talk about this nutcase out. No, we didn't talk about Leslie. So Leslie in this episode, she met up with Vanessa. Leslie is delusional. Eva's delusional because Eva met up with Tomas, asking Tomas to take, since Bill is coming after Leslie, she wants Tomas to go. I said, girl, you're gonna get that man fired. The fuck? He ain't gonna have no job. Right.
Right, Spilling Boy. Hey, all us looking crazy.
Because when I saw that body cam, I said, girl, you made again, I figured you were drunk, but I didn't realize you were that goddamn drunk. Thomas Jefferson
with that wig all turned around. Oh Lord, it was bad. Actually, was bad.
I was like, girl. So now here's the thing with Leslie. Leslie is talking to Vanessa. So the people who she put the offer on the house, they don't want to sell it no more, and I'm cool with that, right? So then Leslie's like, well, tell them I'll up the offer. I'm like, Leslie, ma'am, how much money do you have left now? I know you get a check every month or so, but girl, you gonna
right now only that, but it's at this point now it's being it's being unreasonable, and here's why. And I'm not trying to get too technical, but let me just talk. If this is supposed to be set in Maryland, a gated community in Maryland, that house is the Dupree's house is so big, they have servants and they've got the West Wing and all that shit. So we're talking about a nice estate beyond the gates. That house, in our market, in our area, they live in like a $2 to $3 million at a low estimate. A $2 to $3 million home is what you describe it. You mean to tell me now the check we saw that Leslie got was $1 million and some change? That was her. Remember, she said, and this is just the first installment. which means that that's what's sitting in your account. $1 million and some change, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
You're not offering these people 3 times what you offered them the first time, and it's still under $1 million. Like, now we just being ridiculous. Now, I don't know if she got like a lump sum and then she's getting like a monthly payment, but all we saw her get was that $1 million. And I'm not saying all like $1 million ain't a lot of money, let's be clear. But I mean, when we're talking about this game she's playing with this house and this money, it ain't you, girl, no.
Then she want to hit. So Vanessa is telling her, like, I can get you a house near the Obamas, near this person, near that person. And she's like, no, I want a house in Fairmont Crest where they are. I was like, okay, girl, let it go. Then she tells Vanessa, okay, well, since you won't do this, I'm going to just scream racial discrimination. I said, say what now? This woman got a black husband and 2 black kids.
And we know that she sold at least 2 houses to black people since she's been on this show. So, girl, stop.
And her best friend is black. And I'm like, the reason why you're doing this, you want her to sell you a house because you know that she is Nicole's best friend, and she clocked that. And I said, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And then on the flip side, like I said, you got Eva's delusional ass asking Tomas for help. I was like, ma'am, you want him to go against his boss?
Leslie need to be sitting in the cell next to Allison, because at this point she's really just unhinged. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Like, I didn't understand it, but again, delusions with both of them. And Tomas is gonna be an idiot if he takes on this case.
Well, when hell to get him fired, he gonna need to, because he ain't gonna have no job.
So since you brought up the other nut case, let's talk about Allison. So Allison is taking her mugshot picture. I'm like, oh, this is America's next love after lockup felon, huh? Because the way she was and calling out them stats for Chelsea's social media, I'm like, man, you do know you have a right to remain silent, right? You do know everything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Like, you're still in the precinct, like you're in a police precinct, like you're not helping your case. And then she keeps talking about Chelsea's her wife. I was like, oh wow, you really believe that y'all got married with no witnesses, and you may be ordained, but girl, there were no witnesses there, and there's no marriage license. So, okay, whatever. So Chelsea wanted to go down to the police station to confront Allison. I was okay with that, because I mean, get it off, let the girl know how you really feel, and she did.
I was trying to figure out why she was just sitting in the police station like that. Why they put her in no holding cell? Why she just chilling at Jacob's desk? Like, come on, girl.
It was her rambling for me. Rambling off stats. And Jacob told her to shut up. Like, you're annoying. Everything you're saying is annoying. You need a therapist. I agree. She needs a therapist.
Allison is crazy as hell.
So what I will say when it comes to Allison, I don't think Allison is going to go to prison. I think I said this the last time we were on. I think Allison is going to be our resident Heather Weber from GH. I think that's where Allison's going to be. She's going to go to the mental institution.
And then she's going to get out.
And cause more hell. That's what I think.
Exactly, Corey. Corey know what I'm talking about. Put like this. Candace Dillard from Real Housewives of Potomac, she lives in a gated community. Her house was $1 million and some change. And that's just, I mean, it's a nice house, don't get me wrong, but it's not the kind of house they're trying to act like the Duprees live in. So for Candace to be living in $1 million home that's in a gated community in these, in the DMV, she's in Prince George's County, then you mean to tell me, even if we use that number, that means that Leslie is offering $3 million for this house, give or take. She don't have $3 million, not based on what they showed us. Now, maybe in a couple of months, if she don't spend no money and she just sits on her allotment, okay. But where did she just get $3 million from right now?
She already gave Ted $20,000.
Yeah, I mean, and we know she been shopping, and hell, she probably done bought a car. We ain't seen it yet, but she probably just bought a new car.
She got the country club.
She got the country club membership, which we know that was probably about $20,000-$30,000. I mean, give or take. Let's say $20,000.
That money gonna be gone. So then we see now Naomi was me in this episode. So Naomi saw Bill and Danny all hugged up with each other, and I said, I was screaming to myself like, Danny, don't do it. Don't do it, Danny. Run, girl. I know that, and like you said earlier, I know that they're soft, and I see what the writers are doing. They're softening Bill to Danny and trying to soften him to the viewers because I've been on
Yeah,
Twitter
it's
and I don't
softening
see a
him
lot
to
of
the
people,
viewers.
and I don't see a lot of people going off on Bill. I see people still going off on Haley, but people are not going so hard at Bill. I'm like, y'all are playing into what they want us to do. They want us to soften our guard to Bill, so that way once he does get back with Danny, it'll be like, oh, we kind of saw it coming, but we didn't see it coming. I've been seeing it coming. And I, like you said, we knew it was coming. We just didn't know what was going to be the catalyst
Right, how
towards
they were
it.
going to bring it into the story. Mm-hmm.
But when Chelsea got kidnapped, I'm like, this is it.
Yep, there it is.
And Michelle, I know that they're going to get back together, but I wasn't expecting it this soon. And I still don't think it's
They're
going to be.
even softening build up to the family.
Mm-hmm. It's going to come. It's going to come, but I wasn't expecting it for maybe like another year or two.
Yeah, I thought it would definitely take longer for us to get here.
Because we even see Bill getting jealous in this week's episodes.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bill got jealous before.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So it's okay for him to be, dipping his stick.
Is he dipping it though?
I mean,
because the wife ain't acting like it. So Wednesday, we still have more of Allison calling out Chelsea's social. Now by Wednesday, I was irritated with it. I'm like, ma'am, but I get it. It plays into the lure that this is someone who has been super duper obsessed with Chelsea, feels like she knows everything about Chelsea, and so she's calling this. She's playing into it. This is like I said the last time me, you, and Trish was on. This is why I don't post. Like when I post on social media, I don't post a location. I don't tell nothing about where I'm at. I don't do that because I just don't trust people in general. Like I went walking one day and I was recording, I was doing a story, but the apartment behind me, you can see the name of it. And I immediately said, nope, we're not posting that because I don't want nobody to know where I live. Because I mean, even with us YouTubers, people feel like some people feel like they know.
Yeah.
Because I remember a few years ago, somebody went up to Ashley's job saying that they knew her. And that's why I don't post.
Somebody was out. Somebody took pictures of James's house and posted them.
What? Oh, hell no. So that's why I don't do that shit. And so Chelsea is now starting to blame herself, thinking that she is the one who fueled Allison's delusions. And I'm like, no, you didn't fuel her delusions. This is just somebody who is lost to her grip with reality and she doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. And then it's crazy because that Naomi is her attorney.
No, I just think we need to give, when I say we, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like collectively, we need to give. And that's why I like Kat was like, don't make any rash decisions. Like if you want to hide your account, if you want to deactivate it, but don't delete it. Wait. But I love how they brought her back around. It was like, well, you can use it for good and we can make a charity. Like I think they were able to get her to at least not delete it. But I definitely understand that being the thought of wanting to delete it, because Allison is telling you, hey, this is how I had a roadmap to you. So when you hear somebody saying, well, this is how I knew to do this, this, and this. This is how I knew where to be. This is how I knew what to do because you showed me, you told me, you gave it to me. I can understand why her thought would be, well, I need to erase, like, I don't want this to happen again. So I need to erase, all of this from people's mind, So I can see why she feels that way.
Because I remember a few years ago, even with Wendy Osefo from Potomac, somebody break into her house when they were on vacation?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And so I know now that I think now what she does is she doesn't post when she's away. She posts when she comes back.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. I mean, I know for me, a lot of times I do post while I'm away, and unfortunately, because I do YouTube and I tell people stuff, and I probably tell people too much stuff, but I would just be talking to y'all be my people, and I just get to run in my mouth. But when my packages came up missing this summer, that was one of the things that somebody was saying, was like, you need to stop telling people. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of hard not to, though.
It is.
Especially like I said, like for example, we're going on to, I'm sponsoring a trip. Like people gonna know I'm not home, but But people also know I don't live by myself.
Yeah, I get it.
My friend Pat, she lives in my basement. She rents out my basement. So
Mhm.
like I don't live alone, but still, it's definitely something to think about.
It is. And I'm glad I will say I'm glad that they touched on it because, especially with the world that we live in, everybody is on social media and everybody
Mm-hmm.
wants to post everything. And, and people, you do have people who have these quasi relationships where they feel they have a relationship with you when in actuality, girl, I don't know you.
Mm-mm.
You are one of millions, especially when it comes to somebody like Chelsea. Chelsea has has millions of followers. She don't know everybody that follows her.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that they touched on it. So then also now you did kind of touch on this, and it's fine. So I'll talk about it. With Ted begging to take Nicole back, and he called out the family. Now I will say it was funny when them fools started putting their money on their table. I cracked up laughing. That shit had me hollering. I screamed.
But you saw Nicole was feeling some kind of way about that thing.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time, we saw Nicole maybe break a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that means she's ready to take him back and call off the divorce, but you saw when they were laughing and she was like, "It's not funny." I said, "Oh, okay, Nicole, we done woke up, huh?"
So we got a question. Who do you think is worse, Allison or Eva's mother? Allison?
I think for the long run, I would say Eva's mother, only because Allison is obsessed with Chelsea from that like a stalker fan. Leslie is obsessed with Ted, and she's willing to take out anybody that gets her way to get to Ted. Like, she doesn't care about any collateral damage, and her obsession is there's no end to her obsession. Like with Allison, and I'm not saying she should, but I'm saying if Allison had actually gotten what she wanted, which was Chelsea, like if Chelsea had said, "You know what, Allison, I really do love you, and you're right, I did get into this relationship with the surgeon too soon. I do want to see where this can go." I don't think we would have seen. Allison kept her things kept escalating because she wasn't getting what she wanted. Whereas with Leslie, and then think of how long this thing been going on with Leslie. Leslie, you've been holding on to this shit for 20 years.
Right. Now, I know you felt different about Ted calling out Bill, but I was actually here for it. Because it is true. It's like, granted, what Ted did was wrong. But Ted spent, after he did what he did, he spent the rest of his life devoted to Nicole and trying to make Nicole happy. Even though that was wrong, he should have told the truth. Whereas with Bill's got with Haley, who is Naomi's best friend, dumped Danny, moved into the country, moved into this neighborhood, had that wedding, and forced everybody to come to the wedding. So I got where, but I also might be a little bit biased because I like Ted. So I may be a little bit biased. I like this Ted. I know everybody else can't stand him, but I like him.
Not Timu Ted. Lord.
I saw that. I was like,
so I'm gonna say this. I agree with El Michelle. This scene was a great scene. Like, I loved all of them together. I loved how they played off each other. Let me say this. Maybe for me, it's a personal thing, because one of my biggest pet peeves, and maybe this is because I deal with kids, right? One of my biggest pet peeves is when I'm addressing you about your behavior and you want to tell me about what everybody else did. Listen, if I'm talking to you, I'm just using my example as a teacher. If I ask you to bring your voice down, don't tell me about everybody else that's loud. I'm talking to you. And that's how I felt in that moment. When Ted was like, "Wait, hold on. You mad at me and you won't forgive me, but look at what he's done, and you want to run down Bill's resume." Sir, focus on you. Because again, what have you done to get this woman back other than send flowers? And now you come over there expecting like, what did you want from them? A parade? Like, were they supposed to like put up a photo of you in the foyer? Like, what were they supposed to do, Ted? Okay, great. You stopped Leslie from buying the house across the street, or at least temporarily. You don't get a parade. You brought her here. You're the reason why she's obsessed with us. You don't get a parade for fixing what the fuck you broke. And I feel like that's what I think Ted thought that was going to be the thing. Like, oh, you Ted, yay! And when he didn't get it, it's like he whined for 2 days about it. He went to the hospital. Oh, did Nicole tell you? Sir, we are literally at the hospital making sure our daughter, granddaughter, niece, cousin is okay because she was kidnapped by a crazy lady. And that wasn't good enough. So you went over to the house. Did you tell him yet? Like, boy, if you don't go sit down somewhere.
I get it.
That's why it irritated me.
I get it. I do get that. Because I do hate when people do the but this, but when it's no, we're talking about you. But you want to put it deflect and put it on other people. I get that. But at the same time, and I will put a but in here. When it comes to just talking about the Duprees in itself, not even talking about, Ted trying to get forgiveness from Nicole, it's the Duprees. Like, y'all have issues with Bill. Y'all were mad at what Bill did to Danny, but now it's like y'all done brought Bill back into the fold. So who's really worse? And again,
and I agree with what Xavier is saying. I think part of it too is Ted was so used to being the good son-in-law because Bill was such an asshole. Now the tables have reversed. He was like, hold on, y'all don't remember? I'm the good one. He's the bad one.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I get it.
You don't remember?
Right. So, I mean, I get everybody's point when it comes to that. But I wasn't mad that he called out Bill.
And I understand it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, again, Bill, I still ain't forgot you. I still ain't forgot how you got Danny all riled up right before your wedding. I ain't forgot you, sir. I ain't forgot you for your works.
Right. So in this episode, we see as Martin and Smitty, they kissed and then they took it upstairs.
Because
they were connecting on the whole. They were talking about Joey and what he potentially wants. Then they talked about Nicole and Ted's impending divorce. So they went upstairs and got busy. Now I'm gonna ask the people in the chat, and even you, ReallyB, who do y'all think is like? What do y'all think? Like, who do y'all think is the top? Who do y'all think is the bottom? Or do y'all think they're verse?
Martin is the top.
Really?
You think?
I think that they verse.
Smitty is the top.
Yeah.
I mean, I defer to you. You know more than I do. But
I think they could switch.
Maybe they verse. Maybe it's
I think they might be verse, but I do see the thing with Martin. I don't know, because did you see? Because exactly, I was about to say with that high ass booty, with his high ass butt.
He does have a high booty. He does.
I was like, now I know people.
Harold said flip flop. Okay, I could see flip flop.
People probably would have complained if they went off, because I know people. I don't know what it is with people and seeing.
I was surprised that they even gave us as much as they showed them in the bedroom getting naked. Like, I was like, okay, pushing the envelope a little bit.
And that's why I was so confused. I'm like, y'all not gonna show the whole thing, but I thought about it, I'm like, people probably gonna be like, oh, it's just the gay agenda. They showing too much.
Well, they did the same thing with Chelsea, and I mean, they gave us a little bit. They gave us enough. You know what I mean?
But yeah,
right, B. Spencer. It didn't bother me, but I mean, I don't care. But I definitely feel like they pushed the envelope, and I was here for it. I'm glad they did.
But y'all, not y'all, in my really voice, constantly complain that Ted isn't doing anything to win Nicole back, and when he does, he's doing too much. You can't have it both ways.
Okay, Bilo. Okay. You got us. Well, you got me.
I will say, I agree, Harold. They do sex scenes very tastefully. Minus, even with, well, you know what? I guess I can. They do, because they didn't even show everything with Tomas and Kat, which I'm glad that they didn't, because I didn't want to see that.
They showed that Kat was unimpressed.
That. So after Martin and Smitty had sex, Martin was so giddy. He was like, after what we just did.
Baby, Martin was packing up that bed. He was picking up he picked up that blanket. He said, oh, I'm reclaiming the bedroom.
Yeah, he's reclaiming it.
Baby, Smitty said, I'm sorry, what?
Billboard says pocketbook bumping.
Behave.
But yeah, he was ready to go back up to the. He was like, yeah, he was packing his stuff. I said, and
He
I
said,
was,
baby, and he was trying to go for round 2. He said, hey, we got another hour for them kids come back.
exactly. But
What's up?
what really threw me with Martin was it wasn't even him want to go for round 2. It was him packing his stuff. I was like, so y'all have sex, and now you think that it's okay for you to go back upstairs?
Baby, Smitty said, right. Smitty was like, I'm sorry, where you going?
I was with Smitty. Like, just because we had sex don't mean.
But I love what he said, wanting you and trusting you are not the same.
Mm-hmm. I was like, Martin, I get it. You probably somebody put it down. But sex ain't it. Like, he still doesn't trust you. You've lied to him for over 2 years.
Lied.
And even I think Smitty probably would have understood it if it didn't get to the point where those kids got involved.
I think, and he kept asking him, like, he was like, listen, I've been letting the nightmares go, but clearly it's something else going on. The nightmares have increased. So clearly there's more here, and I need to know what it is.
Right. Exactly. I love when y'all say this to him about Smitty to get out of Martin's house. They are married, y'all. It's a marital property.
Right. It is. How do you know that he ain't put in on that down payment?
Right.
He did have a whole job, and he had a whole career before he married Martin and became a house husband. Okay. Mm-hmm. He was making money, making his own money.
He was an investigative reporter. Those people make good money.
He was making his own money. I mean, I ain't gonna say he's obviously not as rich as Martin, but it ain't like he can't put nothing down on it and be like, if the down payment is five G's, I got 2,500 in the bank. Y'all don't know. Y'all always want to be diminishing people. I'm just messing with y'all. I'm just playing.
Maybe.
They don't live beyond the gates. They live in a townhouse in DC.
They have a townhouse.
They don't live beyond the gates. They live in DC in a townhouse.
Here you go. The bitchy white woman is jumping out of Smitty. Now, y'all know I like Smitty, so not too much on Smitty. So then we move on to Thursday. Now, this is where Chelsea was wanting to delete all of her social media because she still, and again, I get it, which I knew this was going to happen once they finally saved Chelsea, that she was going to be like, she posts too much on social media. And then she was reading some of the comments where people were trying to tell, free Allison. Babe, I blocked them with the quickness. Free who? The bitch that kidnapped me? Fuck y'all. Like, no.
Oh, we would have had a nice little blocking party. See, I wouldn't have deleted shit because I'd have been having too much fun. Blicka, 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 blicka. Man, please.
So then she was like, I'm glad that Kat told her, like, don't be too hasty with deleting it. If you want to, take a little step back, that's fine. And then also we do have this company that, we're working on, and
we need your social media for our company.
Exactly.
Like, let's just call a thing a thing. You are who you are not because you're a model, because let's be clear, you were no Naomi Campbell, but your social media, you were able to work it to the point where you have monetized yourself and people want to do what you do, buy what you buy. And so we need your social media and we need it active if we're trying to launch this freaking company. Like, come on, girl, get in the game.
Y'all just really want to go in on Smitty.
And on this one, I wasn't mad at Smitty because, again, like you said, just because we had sex doesn't mean that I'm not mad no more. That just means I was horny and you were here, okay? But and I'm not even mad that Smitty feels the way he feels. I think Smitty has a right to feel what's the word I'm looking for? Betrayed. Yeah. But at a certain point, and this is where I'm with Martin, I get it. I understand what I did, and I understand how I hurt you, and I understand. But the question I have for you is, what do you need from me, and is this fixable? Because if it's not fixable, then I don't want to keep playing this game. And what do you need from me so I can start giving that to you? And the thing about trust is, it's not rebuilt overnight. So I think that Smitty letting Martin come back home, even though he's sleeping on the couch, I think that's a step. Now I
It
don't
is.
understand. Now what I don't understand. Let's talk about. If we're gonna talk about this house. Let's talk about this house. Y'all don't have a guest bedroom. He got to sleep on the couch. It's a 2-bedroom townhouse.
That is a good question though, because
Like now, I do think they can afford a townhouse that at least get like Martin. You don't have an office, an in-house, like you don't like. You got a 2-bedroom townhouse, sir. Now that is where I'm side eyeing. James said, "I'm guilty." I said it was Martin's house.
So
well, even if it is Martin's house, guess who ain't in it?
Martin. So I love the fact that I love the fact that Danny came over there and had a talk with Chelsea. She's like, think about all the stuff that your grandmother had to go through, your grandfather went through, hell, even what I've gone through. And so she told her, don't be so haste. So then she suggested that Chelsea and Kat, from the proceeds from the purse, they give money to a charity. And I was like, that's a good idea. I wasn't really thinking about that, but I'm like, that's a good idea. So I'm starting to see Chelsea kind of lighten up a little bit.
Yeah. And I think I love how they flipped it. And I think she'll be okay in a few months. Of course, Auntie / Dr. Nicole gonna get her together with therapy. But that's why I said don't do something. Don't delete your accounts. If you need to hide them, like on YouTube, you can hide your channel if you need to. You don't lose anything. If you need to, I think you can do the same thing on like Instagram and stuff. If you need to hide your stuff for a little while so you can clean some stuff up and maybe do that. But to totally delete it, yeah, I'm not good with that. I'm not. And I understood because baby Kat was panicking without showing she was panicking, but Kat was like, "Wait, what? I'm sorry. What did you say? You gonna do what?" Exactly. Xavier, see, this is what I be talking about. So basically, Smitty can't win. You said if it isn't Martin's house, then Smitty's a damn fool. I wish the F I would put in on anything, and I'm marrying an heir to a political old Hollywood dynasty. So you mean to tell? So he can't win? Because a minute ago it was, I know it's Martin's house because we know Smitty couldn't afford nothing like that. Now it's, well, if he did put it on it, he a fool. He can't win. Like, what do you want from this man?
Y'all just be whacking my boy because y'all know I like
Smitty can't win. Like, okay, so either you want him to be an equal partner. Oh, the kids do have their own rooms. You're right, correct. So it is a 3-bedroom technically. You're right. I forgot about that. The kids do have their own rooms. You're right.
So then we move back onto this delusional bitch, Haley. So Haley,
all of a sudden, Haley's eyes bugged out. When did they start getting bugged out like that?
I won't even look at
eyes look like Danny's eyes.
Like, she really got on my nerves. So she was talking to Bill, and she was upset because she doesn't feel included. Again, Haley, you can't have it your way. Like, you have to think about how you came into this situation. It would be one thing if Bill and Danny were divorced when you got with him, but they were still married. So you had an affair with a married man. Then you move into their community. You get married at the country club that's synonymous to their family. So of course, and again, I know people, I know it's been said in the chat before already that she's family, but she's not really. She is family by law. She's
not family. She's married to Bill.
She's married to Bill, but she's not family. Like, she can't play that card. If Chelsea, and also Bill can only do so much. Bill only has half of a foot in with Chelsea and Naomi. So what do you think he's like? He can't do nothing for you that he can't do for himself. And then when it comes down to it, if Chelsea wants you to be a part of this, Chelsea will say something, but Chelsea doesn't want you a part of this because she still they have not forgot what's happened. Like, you and Bill have only been married for 6 months at this point. Like, calm down. So Caroline brought her raggedy ass over because I don't like Caroline either at this point. So her and Caroline are coming together to figure out what to do to make Bill jealous. I was like, nothing. Y'all would have had a better chance with Randy than with Tomas. But Tomas, no.
First of all, it was stupid anyway. Like, first of all, Bill hasn't done anything to the level that you need to, like, this is giving me very, and before I say this, don't nobody cuss me out. I'm not putting Haley on this pedestal. What I'm saying is harebrained scheme. This is giving Erica Kane. You know how Erica Kane would get one little inkling of something and then bring up and have this grand scheme of this and put together this whole grand scheme caper over something. Oh, he winked at that woman, and she would put together this whole shit and turn a small thing into a big thing. And you'll be like, Erica, it wasn't even that serious. And I feel like that's what we're doing here with Haley. And I'm not putting her on Erica Kane's status by any stretch of the imagination. Okay. But what I'm saying is that knee-jerk reaction. Bill is literally, I think, again, just like with Ted, are we forgetting what these people are going through right now? Even if Ted is making all the wrong decisions, let's just go down that road right now. Let's just say that Ted should be including Haley, and that Haley is legit in how she feels. This man is processing and going through a lot. His daughter's missing. He didn't even know his daughter was a lesbian. Like, it's a lot going on that that Bill is dealing with. And you really are tugging at him like, but me, what about me? What about me? What about me? If you don't go sit your ass down somewhere and play your position, if you want to be stepmama, be stepmama. But that's not what you want. You want, once again, you want the perks. You don't want the work. Just like you wanted to be able to go to the country club, not understanding that just because you have that Ted got you a membership or Ted had a membership, that doesn't make people like you. That doesn't mean that people are going to automatically include you in their pickleball game because you're here. And it's the same thing. Haley, go sit your ass down somewhere. Now, if Haley was smart, and this is how I know your ass was never pregnant. If Haley was smart, she'd be playing up that's your card to play. Your card to play is, Bill, I understand what you got going on with Chelsea, but I'm still healing. And I really need you right now. That's the game. That's the card you have, is play up the miscarriage. And that, I don't mean no disrespect to women who've gone through it. I'm just saying, play it up. That's how you're going to get his sympathy right now. You're not getting any sympathy from him by whining. Because what he's going to say is exactly what he said to you. Suck it up. I need you to have my back. I'm going through a lot. But if you lay on that couch and put on them puppy dog tears and say, I'm just so depressed today with everything going on, I can't help but think, what if we were getting ready to welcome our own what if our daughter that we want to bring into the world, what if our son, I can't like, play that up. That's your card to play. But all you're going to do is get Tomas' ass fired. That's all that's going to happen.
James, I did see that kiss, and I love that kiss. So
yes, Effie from Dreamgirls. What about me? Like, come on, go sit down somewhere, Haley, whining ass out. Oh, she was getting on my nerves.
Mine too.
I don't like her no way, but yes, I definitely think that's who I thought they was gonna go get. I thought they was gonna go get Randy.
I did too. I was expecting to see Randy walk through the door, and I saw Tomas. I said, Tomas. He ain't even got chemistry with Kat. He barely got chemistry with Eva. And we're going to get on her in just a minute. So we see Danny talking to Vanessa. And this is the point. This is really the point where I realized, yeah, my Danny, she's going down bad. Because I could see it at this point when she was. Because remember, a few months ago, the mere mention of Bill's name, Danny would have a fit and she would go off and she would, be ready to cuss anybody out. But today it's a different story when it comes to Danny. When Bill's name is mentioned, I'm like, yeah, my girl is going down bad. Then it was one episode this week. I can't remember which one it was, but there was an episode where Bill, Chelsea, and Danny were talking.
Oh, and she made him his coffee and he was like, thanks, babe.
Yes.
Baby, even he knew he said it. He was like, it's just habit. Yeah,
no,
okay.
It ain't. That ain't habit. I said, fuck. And Anita, everybody's worried about Danny. I'm like, y'all should be worried about her because she's gonna eventually they getting back in the sack.
Well, they going. Her and Andre are going to Vegas. And what is the cliche about people going to Vegas?
Yeah.
So they gonna end up getting married. Did you call me a vixen? Yeah, they're gonna be They're gonna be down with the Elvis Presley doing their drunk
They're
doing
gonna
their
be
little
like
drunk
Tracy and Luke when they got married in Vegas.
who and Luke?
Tracy and Luke.
Oh yeah. Oh Lord. I miss Luke. I know that he retired, but baby, I miss me some Luke.
I'll miss me some Luke Spencer too.
And I love how he would just, those last couple of years, he had his contract where he only worked a certain amount of weeks per year.
Yeah,
so I love how he would just drop in and call and stir some shit up. And him and Tracy, and they're on again, off again. I loved it. Oh, I miss Luke.
I do too. I hate that they killed Luke.
I know. But I guess because he was like, I'm not coming back. Like he told him, like, this is it. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Because him and his husband live in Amsterdam now.
I didn't know Luke is gay.
Yeah. Yeah, the man is gay. Nobody knew it until he lives in Amsterdam with his husband.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he lives in Amsterdam with his husband.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, he's gay.
I had no clue. Who knew? Put it in the chat. Who knew Luke was gay? Xavier didn't know. Look at Xavier. Who knew Luke was gay?
I mean, y'all, he's never been married and he ain't got no kids.
That don't mean he gay. I've never been married. I don't have no kids, and I am strictly dickly.
He's
okay,
gay.
Melrose knew. Get the fuck out of here. I was today, me too. V. Spencer, I was today years old. And he lives in Amsterdam with his husband. Is his husband cute?
I cannot remember what his husband looks like. Yeah, it says
if
personal
Haley
life.
really wants to shake it up, she would go rub up against Dougie and Sting, Bill, Danny, and Vanessa. Not Doug.
Yeah, so they've been it says Gary married his partner Claudio Gamma in 2019.
Y'all really did not know that. Damn. Yeah.
Oh.
Is he cute? Let's see.
I probably can't. Let me see.
Oh, wait a minute. Pull it down a little bit. Okay. Oh, look at they are a cute couple.
Yeah, he's gay.
Oh, look at them.
Yeah,
they are a cute couple.
Yeah,
wow.
So they live in Amsterdam.
I was today years old.
So when he left GH, they moved to Amsterdam.
What the fuck? What else does he do? I mean, and I'm not saying he has to. I'm just saying, like, other than acting, like, did he have businesses?
He's completely retired. Like
he's just retired. I know that's right.
They just living their best life.
And he looked good too.
Uh-huh.
He looked like retirement is treating him well.
Yeah.
I found out yesterday that the dad from the Cosby Show was gay. Oh, I knew he was gay, yeah. But I didn't find that out until I was grown. I didn't know until like maybe I found out I think I might have found out when he died. But I knew.
Yeah, so Anthony's been in Amsterdam since he left GH, and him and he. Now I was surprised when I found out because they said he moved to Amsterdam. He lives with his husband. I said husband.
Wow,
I've known for a few. Yeah,
well, you just learn something new every day, honey. I swear.
Yeah, he played a good straight man on TV for years.
Too good of a straight man.
Because Luke had the
women and shit.
Luke had the women's.
Every time I think about that, I'm like, in today's world, that storyline would never.
Him with Laura.
Yes, him sexually assaulting Laura like that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it would never fly.
And then they turned it into a whole love story. Child.
Elvin says, I don't know if he goes to parades or not, but yeah, he's living his best.
Probably not in Amsterdam. He probably just living his best life. I mean, he might. Yeah. I don't know.
He lives his best. I'm shocked that some of y'all are just finding out today.
I did not know that. I just didn't. I mean, I knew he had retired and stuff, but I honestly just never paid him much attention.
Yeah, I think I found out after they got married in 2019 that he was gay. I was like, oh, interesting.
Hey, Miss Big Thing, JB just shocked us, so we're processing.
But yeah, with Luke and if it's something like if it was like Luke and Tracy, I would be here for it because that was the fact that he used to call her Spanky Buns and she would get pissed off and then when Edward found out, Edward was like, get rid of that reprobate. Oh my god, I miss it. That's why I mean I always loved Tracy, but Tracy has been my girl since the beginning, and
I
she's
have
still
always loved Tracy crazy ass. When her and Ned used to go at it, baby.
because now the way she goes at Drew, oh, I love it. I'm not even gonna speak on Drew again, and that's why I said to y'all, like y'all, I know a lot of people don't like as James called him Timu Ted. I'll take Timu Ted over Drew Kane, and that's all I'm gonna say. So we are on Friday, you guys. Now not a lot happened on Friday because because Friday consisted of a lot of Ashley and Derek.
Yeah, it was a lot of Ashley and Derek on Friday, and Vanessa and a lot of Vanessa and what's that man's name?
Joey.
Joey, yeah.
So
we don't care about.
So we already talked about them, and when it comes to Derek and Ashley, I fast forward through them, so I don't know nothing that happened this week with them. So I started asking him to marry him. Yeah. So Bill and Danny are at the country club. So Bill goes up to Danny and like, "Can I sit with you?" I would have said, "Fuck no, go away, Bill." But no, Danny. But Danny was like, "Where's your wife?" He was like, "She's at home." She's like, "Well, you can sit." I said, "No, no, Danny, please don't do this to me. No." I was like, "No, Danny, like, girl."
Oh, thank you, silly boy.
Like, I was like, "Danny, please don't do this." And then when
you'll have to come up here one day and do the review with us, because for those that don't know, Spiller Boy does his own. Matter of fact, he did his recap last night. His own Beyond the Gates recaps, honey. He be over there cutting up with Timu Ted, yeah.
Yes, you are welcome to come up here. Had I known that you were gonna be in the chat with us today, I would have sent you the link to come up and join us. But so when what's his name? Andre came, right? So Andre got there, and I was like, "Oh, this."
Maybe Andre was like, "You in my seat." I said,
yes.
"Oh,
yes."
I was like, "Okay, Andre,
dick on the table.
Okay,
just slap your dick on the table. Let him know." So I was here for
you
that.
are in my seat.
But did you see Bill's face though? Because Bill looked at him like, and he was like, I just found out this from Nicole, and Danny was like, "You don't have any reason to know what's going on in my life." I was like, "Danny, the door's cracking for both you and Bill." Now, and I'm gonna ask you in the chat this question: who do y'all think is gonna make the first move?
Bill.
Okay.
Are you too old enough to remember the Luke and Lord day? Yeah. I remember the wedding. I was young, but I remember the wedding about the baby. The world stopped when Luke and Laura got married.
It did.
Now, I didn't remember their storyline from the very beginning because I didn't watch. I mean, I was a kid. I didn't watch soap operas every day. Yeah. Because remember, Bill sort of made the first move. Remember a couple of months back when Bill went over there and he went over there to talk to Danny, but they got the reminiscing. Right. And she poured him a drink and he was, didn't he kiss her or something that night, or something happened that night? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
well, I think it's gonna be Bill because Danny's gonna come back married to Andre, and that's gonna set Bill off.
It will. That's gonna be interesting to see how they played that out. But I feel like it's gonna be Danny, because kind of like what Harold just said, Danny is reactionary. That is the one thing we know about Danny. She is quick to react to good, bad, or indifferent. So then where do you want to go next? I want to say this one for last. Tomas and Kat. I'm gonna say them for last. So we can go to Samantha and this new boy who we don't know what his name is.
Baby, and Samantha's a little fast tail, ain't she?
I was looking at that like, why would
we might need to keep our eye on Miss Samantha?
The fact that you took him to Chelsea, which I get it, y'all were doing schoolwork at first, but then y'all started, which again, that's just a ploy.
Even if your intention was for y'all to do schoolwork, you knew what you were doing, because wasn't your brother doing schoolwork when he had his little girlfriend over at the house?
Mm-hmm. But you know how Martin and Smitty are when it comes to her, because they didn't want her to date.
Oh, that's right. I remember. Yeah.
So, but they shared a little kiss. I was like, oh, okay. And the little boy is cute. Well, he's probably a grown ass man.
I'm about to say, ain't nothing little about that boy. You see that mouth, that baby.
He got pretty teeth too.
Huh?
And I said he got pretty teeth too. I was like, oh, he got real pretty teeth.
I bet you were looking at his teeth.
Shut up. Shut up. So James says he marries Danny. Bill's gonna book Andre on a poop cruise to hell to take
Not a
pictures.
poop cruise to hell.
But I mean, but when Kat came back, I was like, I got it. I got Kat being upset, like, girl, you done brought a boy to our place. And so, but I thought it was, what did she say? She tried to justify it. I'm like, girl.
She said, you told me I could come over anytime. She was
Yes.
like, girl, to work. To work. Not to
not
stick a boy in the house.
Not to bring this little boy in here who, and like Kat said, he only got one thing on his mind. And then when Kat left, she called him back over and she's like, where did we finish? Girl, what? Ma'am.
That's why I said we had to keep an eye on Miss Samantha. Mm-hmm. She might have took out. Listen, we know she's still June's child, honey.
Exactly. So then Chelsea and Naomi, so they had a conversation. Now, I was kind of confused when Chelsea was telling Naomi to take on Allison's case. I said, say what now? Why would we do that?
If they had, that would be so unrealistic for that. Like she said, no judge is going to let that happen. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that would be a complete.
That's beyond a conflict of interest. Yeah, I was with you on that one too. I think Chelsea is she's just processing, not cherry picking.
Oh, that boy definitely was ready to go cherry picking. That one was.
I think he might come away with one.
Yeah, Samantha's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so then we see Bill. He went to go talk to Chelsea and Naomi, and he's just telling them he's gonna be there for them. I was like, how is your wife gonna feel about this? Because your wife is jealous of everybody in your life. Because anytime you with your family, she brings that up. She makes it a point to talk about that. I'm like, why, Haley? You knew when you got with him, he had kids. Like, I kind of agreed with Andre. Like, so you co-parenting with Bill with adult kids. Now, that shit was kind of funny. Like, how you co-parent?
Right. Like, I agree. Like, you listen, but I said that months ago, like, the two of them don't have to get along for Bill to have a relationship with his kids. I mean, they're grown.
But I'm just
other than them showing an allegiance to their mom and not wanting to get too close to Bill. Like, I could see that.
Right. And he wants to talk about Ash. I was like, oh God, fast the fuck forward, because I don't want to hear shit about Ashley. No. So we'll move on. She acting like her mother, not listening and sneaking around.
As I said, she's still June's child, honey.
So then the scene that really annoyed me yesterday was, Harold, you still in here? Yo girl, Eva. Eva needs to learn. Eva knows how to read the room. Eva didn't want to read the room. So Kat and Tomas are at Orphe Jean's, and Eva comes in and just sits her ass at the table. I was like, ma'am, Kat don't like you on a good day. So you just gonna sit down and be like, oh, I got something to tell y'all. And then she was like, y'all know Kat. Now, what I will say, I wish Kat was better with her delivery, because she wasn't wrong. I just wish Kat was better with her fucking delivery. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all know I'm Team Kat over here, but I just wish her.
But that's been my problem with Kat from the beginning. Like, Kat's a brat. But here's the funny thing: on this one, I'm with Kat on this one. At this point, because, like you said, I am sitting here with my boyfriend. You know I don't like you. I don't know why you are trying to force something that's not there. It's not a thing. That would be rude with people you're cool with. Mm-hmm. If I see you sitting somewhere and look like you're on a date, or I know you're with your boyfriend, if I come in, I'm a wave, I'm gonna acknowledge y'all. But if y'all don't wave me over, I'm not gonna plop my ass down and be like, so what are you guys doing? So certainly, if I know your boyfriend don't like me and I don't like, and we have a contentious relationship, why would I walk in and invite myself to y'all's moment? I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all got going on. So I'm gonna be honest. Whatever Kat gave Eva in that moment, you asked for that, ma'am, because you walked into their conversation and nobody invited you over here.
But what blew me with her was when she sat there and said, so Kat said, okay, girl, the floor is yours. Spill it, right? And she says, well, I just want to apologize for what my mom is doing, trying to cause chaos in your family's life. I was like, girl, what? And so then for Tomas,
it's a lies.
And then Tomas gonna sit there and call Kat a mean girl, which, okay, I'll give you that. She is mean. She's a mean girl. But in this particular moment, she's not wrong, because she's calling Eva out for who she is. Eva has an allegiance to her fucking mother. She won't call her mama out when she's wrong, but then you want to come up here in my face and be like, oh, I'm sorry for what my mama is doing to you. Ma'am, that doesn't help me. That does nothing for me. And then when she said, you and my dad with this Captain Save-A-Ho mentality, like, you go over there with that basic bitch. And I was like, I'm not mad at Kat.
I wasn't mad at nothing Kat said at that moment because, like I said, you invited that. Because, again, Eva has now decided whatever little bit of restraint Eva was using is gone. Like when she was like, I know Tomas, that's your girl, whatever. She is going to go after Tomas full throttle because she is on this revenge shit with her mama now.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask you and I'm going to ask the chat the same question. When Kat came back to Orphe Jeans, I know Tomas didn't see Kat, but do y'all think Eva saw Kat?
Now I saw somebody in the chat saying that Eva did. I didn't see that Eva saw her, but I don't think Eva saw her.
Because that's what I was kind of
wondering. I feel like if Eva saw her, I think she'd have done more. Because again, I think her whole goal is to fuck up Tomas and Kat. So honestly, I don't think she saw Kat. I really don't. But I don't know. Because
I kind of got that impression that she maybe saw Kat out the glimpse of her eye, but I couldn't be for certain. Because the way they were talking, it was almost like it was them two in the room, and I was like, ugh. But again, y'all know I can't stand Tomas, and I think that's where it's coming from. Is I can't stand Tomas, but I also see what Eva is doing. Eva is trying to drive a wedge between Kat and Tomas because this. You didn't have to sit down and say, because Kat don't like you. And even if you're apologizing, girl, what are you apologizing for? Because you still defend your mama. You still right there beside your mama. So you're not like, you got mad at Ted this week because he played your mama.
And like when she said, mama, we're going to get there, mama, I got you. Now she has decided, just like she's trying to get Tomas to go after Bill, she is going to actively try to break Tomas and Kat up. That's why I said I don't think she saw Kat, because I think if she saw Kat, she would have gave it more than what she gave it.
And then did you see her when she left the house? She turned around and looked back at him. I'm like, Eva, you are not slick. And again, I'm gonna say it again. The difference between this is why now y'all know I'm not a fan of. I like Leslie, but I don't like Leslie at the same time. But this is why I can give respect to Leslie. Leslie leads with who she is. She doesn't, despite the fact that she did, sneak around town. But since she's come out, Leslie's been open and vocal about what she does. Eva doesn't. Eva tries to play this innocent little wallflower, but she's also just as devious as her mama is. And that's why I don't care for Eva.
And like I said, I tried to give Eva the benefit, not that I gave her an excuse for what she did, but I tried to give her the benefit of she was that's her mother. It's always been her and her mother. It's hard to let it go. But my thing is, at this point, everybody has given you a way to get away from this woman, and you choose to go back. So, and now you're acting like your mother is the victim, like Ted did something horrible to your mom when your mother absolutely started this shit.
Exactly.
And not Eva is a snake with a cute hairstyle.
Her hair is, I will say her hair is. I love
Eva's hair.
I love her hair.
And her makeup. I love how Eva, that Eva lipstick be popping, honey.
Now, Kat did have me laugh. Kat did have me laugh when she told her about her thrift store clothing.
Baby, listen, Kat.
She got some good one-liners. Whoever writes for Kat, good one-liners for her. But yeah, y'all, that's it. So next week, what we got next week? Danny and Andre going to Vegas.
It looks like Ted and Leslie sleep together, but I don't know if that's like a dream sequence or if
I'm gonna pray it is.
I really hope it's not real. I'm like, come on, Ted. Because that will be it right there. I mean, and I think we said that already, that we think that Ted is going to actually end up sleeping with Leslie, but
that's going to be it for me.
Yeah, if that's it, I don't have nothing else for. He going to be Timu Ted to me too, child. He going to be Timu Ted. I ain't got nothing else for him.
And then you got Haley flirting with Tomas and Bill walks in and sees it.
That's going to be so stupid.
Right, James, she does. She drags those two outsiders. And that's supposed to be her boyfriend, but she drags him just as well as she drags Eva.
Why is she even still with him? Like, why it's not there. It's not there. Why are you trying to make it a thing? First of all, I don't know. I feel like Tomas, and I understand that he addressed it. That I called her Tomas, where you been, sir? If anybody should have been trying to get into the Duprees, it should have been your ass.
Mm-hmm. This is your girlfriend.
Number one, because you're dating Kat, and number two, that's your boss. Like, where have you been? And I know he said, well, I was, I had to pick up the slack for Bill's cases, but sir, yeah, Houston, we would have had a problem.
So Meryl says, I just rewatched the scene. It didn't look like Eva saw Kat in the door. Okay.
I don't think she saw her either. And I think if they want, I think that, and somebody said that in the chat too. I think they would have made it, let us know that Kat saw it. Like maybe show Kat, do a little side eye or something like that. I think if they wanted to make it that Kat saw it,
I've been saying, I said that earlier. Caroline is.
I said the same thing. We said the same thing.
I got a feeling she would like to, exactly, especially when she said that she's already survived one wife.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
And the fact that she's so close to Haley. And you remember that time when Bill went over to Danny's house and Haley came to the office to look for him, and she was like, oh, well, Bill, he's out on a call. Like you could tell she used to lie for Bill, and the same way she lied to Danny about what Bill was doing. She, in that scene, what we saw is that she don't have no allegiance to you either. She's friends with you by default. Because you ain't got no, like, y'all were probably already cool before you started sleeping with Bill, and she knew that it was in her best interest not to rock the boat, because but she knows where the bodies are buried, and she don't have no allegiance to you, ma'am. I agree. Caroline is not to be trusted at all.
All right, y'all. So we got through it. So next week we'll be on Really B's channel. So what you got coming up for the rest of this weekend? I know you're doing Love After Lockup and
I got to get caught up on Love After Lockup, child. But tomorrow morning we have Ready to Love, Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'll take care of that tomorrow. Not Heart and Lord, what's it? Heart and Hustle Houston will be Monday night with the Whether You Like It or Not panel, Heart and Houston edition with T
and Josiah.
Lord, my brain. T and Josiah, and we're gonna have a special guest with us as well tomorrow. I gotta get you guys Miami. I didn't do my Miami review. So this weekend, maybe this evening, I'll do Miami. I'm about to run out. I gotta run some errands when I get off of here. But depending on when I get home, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, so we just got a couple of things we got to get out the way this weekend. But that's what's going on. What you got going on over there with you?
So y'all know, thank God, Ready to Love ended last night. So I'm gonna do that. I gotta rewatch that.
Oh, good. That was the final episode.
Yes, it was.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yes, it was, and they could have kept it.
No, because they could have kept all of it.
They could have kept the whole season, to be quite honest with you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Ready to Love, Love After Lockup, and Heart and Hustle Houston. I'm gonna try to watch it tonight so I can have it up tomorrow for you guys instead of putting it up on Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna try to get it to y'all a little bit earlier because I do like the show. I really like the show.
I do too.
So love the women minus Shaquita, Shaniqua, whatever the fuck her name is. Oh, hopefully we never see her again.
You know what? I need to ask. Spiller Boy, are you watching Heart and Hustle Houston? I'm gonna call and ask you.
In the beginning,
T swear up and down he think that Shaniqua is,
I did too.
Well, in that first episode I didn't, but in the second episode I was like, ooh.
It was both of them, but I didn't say it. Like I said.
Well, T gonna say it. T gonna say it.
Yeah. In the beginning,
I do not. I haven't been watching Beauty in Black.
I've never watched it. I've never watched that, but I think I'm gonna try to watch it.
Tyler Perry. I
can't do too much of him.
I never even finished Divorce. I ain't even finished Divorce Sisters, Wives, whatever that show is, child.
So in the beginning, she was against Haley. She was side-eyeing her and whispering with the other girls right before her marriage. I agree. That's about Caroline. Yeah, Divorce. I mean, not Beauty in the Black. I'm gonna sit and watch it this weekend, and if I like it, because I keep hearing so much stuff about it. Like I saw this clip that's on social media of Debbie Morgan, where she was asking that boy, "That's a big nigga. That's a big nigga." Like,
and that's my girl. That's listen, ask Angie. I love me some Debbie Morgan, but yeah.
She said that's a big nigga, and she asked him who the top and who the bottom, and he hung up in her face. And I guess she says mama. So I don't know. But I may watch it because I love Debbie Morgan. That is my girl, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
So I may sit down and watch it.
You know that's my girl. She
I'm so,
cusses so bad,
and I'm
child.
to her cousin. I'm like, that is so interesting coming from Debbie Morgan because I have.
You never you must not looked at Power then, because
Yeah,
Debbie Morgan
I remember
played
her.
Pussy Face Mama on Power.
But she wasn't a focal character on Power. We saw her
Yeah, but
every
when
now
she
and
was on there, she was an old
yes,
hood.
she was a hood bitch.
Yeah.
All about the money. But I ain't used to her saying, the shit that she's saying on this show.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like Tyler gets your actors and actresses that you grew up with in these cookie cutter roles, and then he brings them on and the mouth just gets vulgar. Because even when she was in the movie with Megan Good was that last year? Whenever that terrible ass movie came out.
With Divorce of the Black or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, Richard, they got Richard Lawson cussing too.
Oh,
he probably pretending like he talking to Tina.
So yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna. Don't y'all get in my comments and be like,
James used to dog out Richard Lawson's daughter all the time on Queen Sugar Child.
Yeah, so don't say, JB, you said you're gonna review it. I didn't say that. I said I'm gonna watch it. I said I'm gonna watch it. And if I like it, we'll talk about it. But I didn't say I was reviewing it. But yeah, so that's really all I got this weekend. Also, y'all know Baddies come on tomorrow. I am so ready for this show to wrap up.
Ooh, I cannot do it. God bless you. I can't do that shit. I tried to do Bad Boys, and I was like,
"Oh no,
that's it. We just gonna fight."
That's what's getting on my nerves. It's like they all fighting. It's like, oh my god, every week is fight. And I'm like, y'all gonna be in. By the time y'all get to y'all 40s, y'all bitches gonna have rheumatoid arthritis or some form of arthritis because y'all don't let y'all bodies heal.
I know everybody keeps telling me to watch The Gilded Age. I just haven't had time, y'all. Listen, I don't think y'all understand. Like, I know that y'all recommend stuff to me, but between watching the stuff that I'm reviewing and just watching regular TV and just work and stuff like that, I don't think y'all really. I don't have a lot of time to watch stuff. I have my DVR is full as we speak of stuff I want to watch. So I know The Gilded Age is good. Everybody keeps telling me that they think I will enjoy it. So I'm gonna catch it one day, one of these days, because I do want to watch it. I just ain't had time.
But y'all know fall is picking up in these shows. It's gonna
I was getting ready saying if I didn't have time to do it in the summer, baby, I don't have time now. We have in the next month, we have Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That's what I need to do today. You know what? I need to finish watching the season. I never finished last season. I quit. So we have, and the new season starts this week, right?
Yep, it starts on the 16th. I texted Scotty yesterday because he reviewing it, and I said, "Did you even go back and watch at least one episode?" He said, "I watched the reunion." I said, "I can't stand you."
No, I'm gonna go back and because I told you the episode, the last episode I watched was Lisa ass whining about first class for a 45-minute flight. I was done. I was like, I can't.
That was before the mid-season.
Listen, that episode did something to me. I just never went back. I was like, are we really whining about being in first class for a 45-minute flight?
If you don't watch anything else from last season of Salt Lake City, watch the fucking finale. That finale was the finale.
I'm gonna watch the rest of it. Maybe that's what I'll do when I get home today. Maybe I will binge it. I'll binge it so I'll be ready. Because the 16th is what, Thursday?
Wednesday.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's not a lot of time. So I might have to binge it this either. That might be when I get home, I may binge the rest of it.
Yeah, y'all know the fall is gonna be busy for us because
what's that, like about maybe 6 episodes I didn't look at. If I stopped at the mid-season, I'm probably about 6 episodes behind. Oh, Tuesday. Oh yeah. So we have Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Potomac, Nebraska, Bell Collective. If you watch Bell Collective. Mm-hmm. And it's something else. Isn't it something else that's starting in the next?
What else? I know for me, I got scripted shows that are coming back too. Abbott is coming back.
Abbott Elementary that's coming back.
Mm-hmm. And Reasonable Doubt starts this week.
I do Reasonable Doubt. So that's 5. So because I do Reasonable Doubt too. So that's 5 shows, y'all. So I do want to do The Gilded Age. It is on my list. Believe it or not, it is actually on my list of things to watch. I just have not had time.
And then Divorce is coming back at some point soon. And you feel like Audible.
Don't make me go back. Don't listen. I watched it. Okay. So I actually recorded a review. Listen, y'all. I actually recorded a review for episode was it episode 5, I think. I never even uploaded the fucking review, y'all.
Oh, shit.
I literally recorded the review and I watched episode 7. And when I got to the end of episode 7, I said, I got nothing. First of all, and I hate to keep stating the obvious, but these scenes are too fucking long and they're redundant at this point. And listen, the acting, for once I can say the acting is decent. Latoya Luckett, the guy that plays her husband, the pastor, Duval's wife, Kadeen, baby, the acting is given. But some of these storylines now, Bridget's acting is terrible. The one that plays the assistant to her acting is horrible. And her storyline, you know what? That's the last episode I saw was when the boyfriend was on the phone and it sounded like he shot himself.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I was like,
that was a few episodes before the mid-season finale.
Is it? Am I that far behind? I thought they only went up to episode 8.
Is it?
Yeah, that was the end of episode 7. So how many episodes are there?
Oh shit! I don't remember. Oh, I thought that was episode
only
5.
8 episodes out.
I thought that was episode 5 where he did the.
That wasn't episode 5.
Okay, so you probably caught up. I don't remember.
The reason why I say it wasn't episode 5 because I feel like I did a live review for the first episode, and then I did uploads for episodes 2 and 3. And like I said, I actually recorded episode 4. Maybe that was episode 5 then. You know what? That might have been episode 5. That might have been episode 5. So maybe I am a couple episodes behind. Either way, I got to the end of that episode, and I was like this.
But then also, y'all know Bel Air is coming back in November, and so is Force.
I don't review Bel Air. I do review Force, and I'm so glad that this is the final season for Force because Force is terrible. But I just feel like at this point, I feel like I got to finish. I feel like I have to finish the Power universe.
Yeah.
But y'all know I just do uploads of Power, baby. I just record that thing and upload it. I don't do no whole lot of lives with Power.
And they done already cast for they've already cast Young Ghost and Young Tommy for Origins. Now I don't know what they're gonna do about that other one that they are bringing Tariq and Tommy together. They've mentioned they've greenlit.
At this point, they're just making up reasons to keep this shit alive. Bring Ghost back, damn it. That's all we want.
Yeah,
just bring Ghost back.
They make them money. I can't blame them.
Yeah.
The problem is stars, because even with P Valley, they announced they finished production.
And don't nobody care.
At this point, I don't care no more.
At this point, I would literally have to go back. But actually, I do remember the only 2 things I remember that the light-skinned girl left the show, so her character's gone. I remember that What's Her Face is in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that Uncle what's his name?
Uncle Clifford.
I remember that Uncle Clifford is dancing with what his boyfriend name? Murder to Jeffrey Osborne in the middle of the block party.
You remember what
a difference.
So yeah, I'm sure there's another Power coming.
Love made in my life. That's all I remember. Yeah, don't ask me shit else that had happened in last season.
You sure can't ask me nothing. So yeah, I'm sure there is another Power that's coming. They announced that back in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's on my community wall. They announced that.
I love Raising Kanan. Raising Kanan, out of all of the spinoffs, Raising Kanan is my favorite. And maybe because, like I tell people, the nostalgia for me, that's my time period. That's when I grew up, the 90s. So like the clothing, you know, the music, the cars, like all of that stuff is like, I'd be like, I had those. I remember that. Like it's nostalgic for me. So maybe that's why I love Raising Kanan.
I care more about Raising Kanan than Force, to be honest with you, because I want to know what happened with Rock.
Oh, I definitely want to know what happened with Rock. Ooh, to me, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just like any other show. Every season, it gets every season probably gets a little less, but they're ending it, which I think they're doing a good thing with these spinoffs that they're ending them before they become too ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think this the last season for Raising Kanan, and then they're going to Origins. Yeah,
right. This is season 5 of
Reasonable Doubt starts this week too.
Yes, I'm ready for that, and then it's gonna be good.
Now I usually do uploads for Reasonable Doubt too, but I might. But y'all don't see. Here's the thing about. See, this is one of those things. This is a passion project. I review Reasonable Doubt because I like Reasonable Doubt. Y'all don't be watching the reviews, but I like the show.
Love the show, even though Jax.
But yeah, so that's like 5. And for you, like you said, you do. So you do Bel Air.
Yep, I do Bel Air.
You do Bel Air. You do Abbott Elementary, and you do Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe we can link up for Forest. I don't know, because I don't usually do them live. I usually don't do. I used to do a live panel, but I don't do that panel anymore. So I don't know. Maybe. To be fair, Raising Kanan had the weakest premise of all the spinoffs. How you figure that?
How? I mean,
I think it actually had the strongest. It's giving me how all this shit started.
Exactly. We're getting the origins of.
Yeah, to me, Force. No.
Now, what I will say, I will be honest. I will be honest about Raising Kanan. When it was announced, Raising Kanan, I will be honest. I was one of those people who said, "What the fuck do we need a Raising Kanan for? Like, Kanan is dead. We don't need to know his story." I will say I was one of those people, but when I started watching the show, I fell in love with the show. Like, if I were to rank, at one point, I put Ghost at the top, Raising Kanan, and Force has always been at the bottom for me.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't one of those people that felt like that, and maybe because I'm the kind of person I'm always curious about how we got here. Mm-hmm. So I always wanted to know why was Kanan their Achilles heel? What was it about Kanan? Why and why was Tasha so dead set on he gotta go? We gotta get him like that. Y'all set this man up to go. Like, I wanted to know how we got here. How did we get to that point with Kanan? Mm-hmm. To the point where this man was willing to kill your child.
Yeah. And I also was
curious. I mean, in the end, he didn't do it. I mean, but he put himself in that position. So I was always curious. So maybe, I mean, when y'all say who cared about Kanan, I did.
At first, like I said, with him being dead, I wasn't curious.
I will say this. Now that we're in the show, I don't care about Kanan because I think Kanan is a whiny ass brat. Mm-hmm. But the story around Kanan is interesting. Rock and Pops and Snaps and all all of these characters around Kanan, I'm now invested in.
Even Juke, like I am really invested in Juke.
Yeah. How we got here? They said that I read somewhere where they're even they're thinking about doing a Pops and Snaps spinoff with them, like how they got there.
That would be good.
And like listen, again, I'm here for it because now that would take us back to the 80s, late 70s, 80s. If we do a Pops and Snaps.
We would. Now, and I know Micaiah is going from Raising Kanan to Origins. That's already been announced. So we're gonna.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
So we're gonna still have more of Kanan in Origins, which is cool. Because I mean, we got Breeze now, so we're gonna finally get the story of Breeze.
We definitely got, and I'm so glad we got Breeze because I was so sick of the conversation, and I was one of them. I'm guilty. I was so sick of the who's Breeze, and I was guilty because I honestly thought what's her face was Breeze. Shit, y'all know who I'm talking about. The guy that got busted up in the head. The one that was messing with Rock, the one whose brother tried to kill him, Ronnie's brother.
Oh, Unique.
Why I can't remember? Oh God, I need something for my memory, y'all. Why I can't remember shit? But Unique. I thought after Unique got busted up in the head and the way he came back and he wasn't right, I said I think it's Unique.
That fucking Unique.
There's something wrong with Unique ass.
It
but
is.
I'm so glad we finally met Breeze so we can put all those conversations to rest. My gosh.
But when we got to that finale, I was like, thank God they finally announced this, man.
Listen, I was so happy. Listen,
I was proud of myself.
Yeah, Joey Badass. Thank you. I was trying to think of his real name and I couldn't get his real name out. But baby, I was so happy to find. I said, thank you, Jesus, for showing up.
Me too. Because I was like, I'm even tired of myself saying, when are we gonna get to Breeze? When are we gonna meet Breeze? Because I was even tired of hearing myself say it. I was like, okay, finally. But yeah, we got. I know the fall is gonna be. Oh.
Yeah, it's about to be on and popping. So if y'all don't have y'all notifications turned on for all y'all favorite reviewers, get them turned on now because, baby, it's about to be on and popping. We about to be busy. And I ain't even complaining because, baby, the summer was slow.
It was.
Even though, and look, and I was still getting behind, but that's because I wasn't home. That's because I was just in them streets, honey. I was outside this summer. Okay.
Yeah, the only show that I'm not sold on 100% is Bell Collective. That's the only one that I said to myself, I have to watch it to see.
Oh no, I'm giving up some Bell Collective.
Because I didn't watch the last season of Bell Collective, and Scott was like, "You should watch it," but I was like, "I don't really want to because I didn't like how they ended the previous season with the whole timbre thing coming at her, and then talking to that man I was like, that's weird to me, especially with Letitia and Marie and her methadone clinic. But yeah, I'm not sold on. Now somebody did come in my comments to say that the new girl that they had this season, they think she's gonna bring it because they know her. So I was like, okay, we'll watch, we'll see. We're gonna see.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you backstage. Don't click off backstage because I got something. Okay. I got something to tell you.
All right, y'all. So that's it. We're gonna get off of here and we will see y'all in our individual reviews, and we will see y'all again next Saturday on ReallyBTv channel. Bye, y'all.
Bye.